What's going on, everybody? So today's video, we're going to go over two more of the topics that we like implementing with everybody first coming into our programs to really help them get more benefit from the exercise they're already doing and eliminating a ton of the pain they might be experiencing in their day-to-day lives. Those two topics are gold dot, green dot, and heels away all day. All right, let me check my notes real quick. I have no problem showing you guys that I take notes in my videos. I am a trainer, not a video guy. So, gold dot, green dot. Now, you always hear me talk about this in all the different videos. Improper positioning of the foot, the ankle, and the knee is probably 70–80% of the reasons why most people have the back and the knee injuries they have, and at the same time, why they don't get results from the exercise they're doing that they should be, all right? Your body's just out of alignment. And just like when you build a house, the foundation is the most important part, because if everything on top of the foundation is built up, if you got a shitty foundation, the house is gonna come crashing down. Your foot is the foundation for the rest of your body. And if you don't have a good solid connection and working understanding of how your foot works, everything else you do afterwards, it's just not gonna work right. So, gold dot, green dot alignment, the quick 2-minute Barney version. The gold dot and the green dot are body mapping points we use as trainers to kind of determine how somebody's moving and the quality of the motion they're creating, all right? Your gold dot is right by the base of your skull right here, right? And you have two green dots. Those two green dots are right by the knuckles of the outside two toes of the foot. And during locomotion meaning anything that's going to take a human being and move them forward, running, walking, jogging, lunging, jumping, stuff like that, you always want to have gold dot, green dot alignment whenever you're doing any of your exercises. Now, you can have gold dot, green dot alignment from a front view. You can also have gold dot, green dot alignment from a side view. Now, when most people walk, right, for me to have gold dot, green dot alignment, if I'm standing right here, right, and you were to drop a plumb line, right, a string, from the back of my skull down to my foot, you can see how that line would go from the back of my skull down, just behind the outside of the kneecap, and down to where the knuckles of the outside two toes sit. You see how I'm aligned there? We call that columning. It puts my body in a position where I can use the larger muscles of my body to stabilize force, create force, and redirect force, versus my connective tissue, where if I slip here and I do this, I'm using the small little connective tissue, tendons, and ligaments in my knees to hold that position up, and that's what they're designed for. They're not meant and designed to stabilize, create, and redirect force. I think we just lost our video, our camera, our light. So, walking, right? Let's go over basic locomotion. The way most people walk is like this. Where's my head? It's centered between my body. What am I doing? I'm kind of like waddling, right? How many people do you know at the gym that walk like this, right? They're sitting there, they're waddling side to side. There's no rotation from the torso. Their heels are turning in just like this, right? And it's like, it looks like just moving is hard for them. There's people at the old gym that I used to work at where the guy was a shit brick house. He could lift a ton of weight, but he couldn't move to save his life. And he always walked, and it just looked painful because there was no columning. Everything he was doing was stabilizing through his hip flexors and his knees. He always had shoulder problems. He always had back and knee problems. His gut was distended. His hips were tight. And he could lift a lot of weight, but he was always in pain. Where gold dot, green dot alignment, when I'm going through motion, right? When I'm walking, I land head over foot alignment. We call that columning, all right? And what I do is I land head over foot as I'm going. That allows my knee to bow out. It allows me to activate through the lats, the obliques, and the glutes. I'm able to absorb force, redirect, and drive. Absorb force, redirect, and drive. If you want some sports real-world examples, watch Michael Jordan, watch Tom Brady, watch Usain Bolt, watch some of their clips of them performing when they're playing their sports, watch some elite level runners. You can see how everybody lands head over foot, head over foot. If I'm doing my walking lunges, I put a lot of rotation in my clients' routines. We're gonna land head over foot. Landing head over foot is gonna keep you injury-free from the back and the knee, and it's gonna give you a ton of more activation from the legs, right? Same thing when I'm doing my side view, right? I'm gonna land head over foot, head over foot. The next time you're out walking around, just try doing that. You'd be surprised how weird it feels in the beginning, right? Now, one of the questions that a lot of people ask me is, Jay, well, that makes sense when you're walking and running because you're on one foot versus the other foot, right? As I land, my heel's flaring away, right? You see that? It's allowing my hips to rotate to get me head over foot. Because just by taking a step right here, right, versus just turning that heel out, by just flaring my heel out, you see how that brings me head over foot? I just turn and I pivot. All I'm doing is flaring that heel out, and it brings me head over foot. Okay, well, what about when you're doing deadlifts and squats? Because you're gonna be on 2 feet together. That's a great question, right? So from a front view, you're gonna be balanced between the 2 feet, right? You're gonna be doing your squats and deadlifts and your box jumps and everything else. But from the side view, you can still be head over foot alignment from the side view. So when I'm doing my squats, I'm still coming down, I'm still keeping my head over my outside 2 bones of my foot. You see that? I'm not leaning forward like this. That's a lot of back pain. And I'm not leaning back past because I would lose my balance or fall backwards. I'm still keeping head over foot alignment, gold dot, green dot. From a side view perspective, when I'm doing my bilateral exercises, if I'm doing a deadlift, right? Depending what variation of the deadlift you do, right? If I'm gonna come down with the bar, I'm still maintaining head over foot alignment, right? Now, if you're doing a barbell squat, a deadlift, obviously you might have to lean a little forward, but especially if you're doing a hex bar squat, assuming you have the right mobility in your hamstrings, you could stay head over foot alignment, grab that bar, and come right up and drive. And you'll notice when you stay head over foot, it's easier for your body to move the right way. You're gonna feel the right muscles working. You're gonna eliminate a lot of the stress that causes the back pain and the knee pain that you might be experiencing from these exercises. And you'll notice it's gonna become enjoyable again because you're not like fighting your body and grinding the joints and working in ways that your body's not meant to. So those are the 2 that I have for you today. Riding the rails, right? Around the feet. So we can stay gold dot, green dot alignment during single-legged exercises, right? And during bilateral exercises, front and side view. And to get into head over foot alignment, best thing I can tell you, put your camera down, watch yourself walk away. I usually put my phone on the ground, tell my clients, listen, put your phone down, just walk away like 20 feet. And you can see how most people walk with their heels in, like this, keeps in the middle, where if you just turn the heel out as you go, you'll find that it's easy to stay head over foot alignment. And if you do that for about 3 weeks, you'd be surprised how much less lower back pain you're gonna have and how much more you're feeling a burn from the backside of your glutes. So take the 3-week challenge, try going gold dot, green dot alignment, and heels away all day with your daily movement patterns and when you're working out at the gym. It's a great technique, and if you're having trouble with it, because it's not easy, it's simple, but it's a little rough for people, reach out to give me an email, shoot me a text message, drop me a DM. Either myself or somebody from my team will reach out to you to help give you some remote coaching to get you going in the right direction and show you how you can make a few little tricks and tweaks to what you're doing to get you moving in the right direction. It's free, it's on us, don't worry about it. We love helping people out. All we ask is that if we help give you some advice that really helps you take these exercises and really make them you, that maybe you send somebody our way that we can help out also. That's all we ever ask. Guys, thanks for coming by today. See you in the next one.